Imagine you applied for US visa, whether it's a non-immigrant visa or an immigrant visa. You waited all this time, you're ready to go for an interview, but there is no US embassy or consulate in your home country, or if there is one, it's closed, it's not working. What do you do? How do you get a visa in this case? In this video, we'll talk about all the options you may have if your country doesn't have a US embassy or the US embassy is closed. If you're interested in this topic, I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our immigration channel. This is a place where we get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California. I help clients all over the United States and all over the world. And so in this video, we're going to address a very important question. What do you do if you're about to apply for a visa, but there is no US embassy or consulate in your home country? Or if there is one, it's closed, it's shut down, what do you do? I'm going to talk about all the options, all the things you need to do, all the different tips, and all the different scenarios that can help you navigate this issue. Before we do that, if you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. And if you do need my help with any of your immigration matters, all you have to do is text me 619-483-4549. I'm here to help you. So let's talk about what happens when you are trying to apply for a US visa, but there is no US embassy or consulate in your home country. Typically, when that happens, specifically for non-immigrant visas and also for immigrant visas, US embassies are able to accommodate these applicants from neighboring countries. So if your embassy is closed in one country, for example, like in Russia, those applicants can be seen in other countries like Poland or Kazakhstan, for example. And I'm going to tell you exactly how the procedure works and how we choose those embassies. Sometimes the issues with those countries is that applicants may need to apply for certain visas and pay additional costs to be able to travel and stay in those countries while they're getting their visas processed. So again, extra challenges, but they're also really workable. So I'm going to break down the next steps by the different countries, depending if you have a relationship with the United States or if the countries have no relationship with the United States, and other different subcategories. So let's start with countries that have no diplomatic relations with the United States. So for example, in 2015, the United States began re-establishing relationship with Cuba. But before that, a lot of the visa issues for these nationals were handled through embassies in Switzerland, for example. A few other countries still hold no diplomatic relationship with the United States, including Bhutan, Iran, and North Korea. Nevertheless, citizens of all these three countries were still allowed to process US visas in neighboring countries. For example, Bhutan, they were processing visas for the nationals in India. Turkey, UAE, and Armenia were processing visas for nationals of Iran. And US embassies in China were processing visas for citizens and nationals of North Korea. So for example, applicants for immigrant visas from Iran needed to apply for their visas in one of those three countries I mentioned, Turkey, UAE, or Armenia, for example, and they will have to comply with additional entry requirements into those countries. The US government also maintains US consulates sometimes in controversial territories. For example, the US government has a consulate in Jerusalem and a virtual consulate also in Gaza, allowing Palestinians to apply for US visas when needed. Next, you have countries with US diplomatic relations, but there's no US presence there at all. For example, places like Grenada, St. Lucia, and other small Caribbean islands, there are no US consulates or embassies in any of these territories. So applicants will have to apply in neighboring countries, like Senegal and Barbados. What happens in countries that the US does have diplomatic relationship, but embassies and consulates are suspended because of country conditions or other reasons? For example, there's an issue with security, political conflicts, or natural disasters. For example, immigrant visa applicants from Yemen, where currently there is no working US embassy, are going to be applying for their immigrant visas at the US embassy in Cairo in Egypt. This can be quite inconvenient because applicants from Yemen need a visa to enter Egypt, and they may take sometimes months and can cause some delays in the processing of their visas. For example, applicants from Libya are processing their visas in Tunisia as well at the moment, and again, they still need visas to enter Tunisia, and all these issues can cause some backlogs and delays in applicants applying for US visas. So make sure always to check the embassy to see the requirements if you need a visa or not. Now, recently some embassies are requiring proof of residency as well. So for example, the US Embassy in Tel Aviv, if you're trying to apply for a visa, you have to show some connection to Israel. We were able to move some applicants there without that requirements by showing an emergency, but quite a few of these embassies are now requiring residency requirements, like embassies in Canada, Germany, as well as in France and in England. Bottom line is that sometimes, even if you have an active US embassy that is working, but it's really, really slow, like Manila, for example, it's prudent to try to explore and try to move your case to a different embassy. Before you do that, you have to check whether the embassy will accept your case, what are the processing time at this embassy, and if there are specific visa requirements for the applicant to be able to enter to this country, to be able to attend the interview. Once you clear all that, sometimes it does make sense to move your case to a different embassy as long as it's possible. Right now, embassies are quite flexible. They will accept third country nationals, and it's up to you to do your homework and check those resources. Once again, hopefully this information has been helpful for you. I've been getting a lot of questions about this topic, and I wanted to make this video just for you. Please let me know in the comments if you have any further questions. And once again, if you do need my help with any of your immigration matters, text me 619-483-4549. This is also a WhatsApp number. Very easy to use. Use it. I'm here for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.